Music has been around for over 55,000 years, found to have originated in Africa and has since become a universal component in human life. Music comes in all different shapes and forms, from the intricate banging of a drum to the powerful sound of a voice, to the simple snapping of a hand. It has become a universal form of communication, using sounds to create expression and art. The evolution of music has created new opportunities and pathways, expanding and modernizing its form of art as the years go by. We now have a wide variety of different forms of music, such as musicals, boy bands, and EDM, as well as new jobs surrounding technology and music. To simplify, the true definition of music, as stated by the Oxford Dictionary, is a vocal or instrumental sound, or both, combined in such a way as to produce beauty of form, harmony, and expression of emotion. The first piece of music ever recorded dates back to the 14th century, where the music was engraved on a clay tablet to help preserve the notes. The fragments that were excavated in the 1950s were found to be one of 36 hymns created. The piece was created in honor of the ruler of the city of Ugarit in northern Syria by the ancient occupants known as the Hurricanes. The different eras of music has drastically changed in a 600-year time span, starting with the medieval era in the 1400s through the Baroque to classical. Then, in the 1800s, composers such as Beethoven, Tchaikovsky, and Wagner introduced the Romantic era of music, where artistic, musical, and literary work was produced all across Europe. This type of music was one of the first expressional works created. Moving forward into the 20th century, the popularity of music started to pick up speed, with the jazz era in the 1920s, swing in the 30s, bands in the 40s, rock and roll in the 50s, all forms of rock in the 60s, from psychedelic to surf, disco in the 70s, pop music in the 80s, pop and rap dominating the 90s, to a wide variety of music showcased all through the 2000s and 2010s. As music has evolved, its relevance in society has drastically increased, becoming a central part of our lives. These sounds are with us since the moment we fall asleep as babies, to the soothing sound of lullabies, to the rhymes that help us remember our ABCs in kindergarten, all the way through to our teenage years, where we start forming our own taste in music, eventually becoming a part of our small and big moments of our lives. Stop standing in line. In a survey made in 2014, it was determined that on average, listeners in America spend 4 hours and 5 minutes of hearing audio each day, divided by 50% to radio, 20% to own music, and the rest to various audio forms and programs. In the first part of the year 2015, it is believed that 1 trillion songs have been streamed online. These numbers come from different platforms such as Spotify, YouTube, Vevo, and a handful of other sites, which helped in reshaping the music industry.
So, there's a lot of different definitions for music, and in my mind it's simply freedom of speech or expression. It's a representation of your own thoughts and feelings, and we can interpret music in so many different ways, in any shape, any form. Like, there's just so many different ways we can look at music. But at the end of the day, it's us that gives music meaning. It's us that gives music purpose. We create music.
It's my passion. It's my number one thing to do. If I ever have a difficulty in my life or something, I always turn to music. Because within music, there's always something you can relate to, and there's probably a song out there for anyone that could help them feel better about whatever they're going through as well.
Most schools have music programs that are beneficial to students' health and growing. Musical training helps to develop language skills, such as learning to break words into their individual sounds. It can improve their emotional development helping to provide higher self-esteem and reducing anxiety by providing an emotional outlet for children, by learning to manage their feelings through listening to music to calm them down, give them energy, or help lift their mood. Better self-confidence can be done by instrument and can provide pride and confidence. Musical education is also likely to develop better communication and social interaction for students. As well as music being beneficial for students, it has created a wide range of careers and helped broaden the styles and understanding of music we listen and know. Jobs such as composers and songwriters like Elton John create some of the music we know and love. Music therapists who enjoy music to help one's mental health. Musician, performance artists who make a living through people enjoying the sound of their music, and A&R coordinator representatives who scout for talent, then work with artists to produce albums for a recording company. So what is music to you? The famous American poet Hunter S. Thompson puts it in great words by saying, "Music has always been a matter of energy to me, a question of fuel. Sentimental people call it inspiration, but what they really mean is fuel. I have always needed fuel. I am a serious consumer. On some nights, I still believe that a car with the gas needle on empty can run about 50 more miles if you have the right music." Music is a form of expression. We can use certain rhythms and sounds to produce a piece that might make someone jump and dance around with excitement, or help to comfort one's own sadness.
So many, too many to name, and really I have a very, very big lexicon of musical interest, both from playing and from listening. And my bottom line is, if it makes me feel something, then that song wins. You know, you have to, any kind of music can create an emotion if you're open to feeling it.
Just like scents or objects, music can be very triggering in a good and or bad way. Music has that special effect in which it can remind us of a special somebody or a memory. Personally, classical music is something that can always calm my nerves. It doesn't make me happy, nor does it make me sad, but it makes me feel like I'm at peace.
But how does music move us exactly? Neuroimaging studies have shown that music can activate the brain areas typically associated with emotions, the ones deep in our brain structures. Dr. Jonathan Burdett, who is a neuroradiologist at Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center, conducted a research on the effects of music on the brain. Your brain has a reaction when you like or don't like something, including music. We've been able to take some baby steps into seeing that dislike looks different than like, and much different than favorite. These findings may explain why comparable emotional and mental states can be experienced by people listening to music that differs as widely as Beethoven and Eminem. Music and culture go hand in hand. The lyrics or rhythm expressed through a piece often tells a story or idea with a society through expression. The repetitive, structured, often danced with sounds of music are found in almost every society, along with language. Unlike language, however, music does not require understanding. People may be moved by music of peoples whose language means nothing to them, and the same musical performance may mean different things to different people.
I think that not only can music unite cultures, it can unite all sorts of different types of people with various differing positions in life. So between cultures, you have a unified language in music, and all you need are notes, and everybody can understand that.
Powwows are a gathering of First Nations people, although everyone is welcome to attend. The music that they dance to is produced from a drum that is handmade from animal hide, usually moose. The beat of the drum signifies a heartbeat, which sets the rhythm for dancers and singers. There are different styles of dancing for both men and women, and they choose which style they would like to dance. The outfits, or regalia, that is worn correlates with the style of dance. Powwows are an important part of the First Nation culture, as it is all about celebrating life, praying, singing, and dancing. Entertainment makes us feel good. It doesn't surprise us. It satisfies our needs, and that's why we like it.
It won't seem so scary when you get there.
Art transforms us through heavy emotions and realizations. It does exactly what we don't expect, and that's how it changes us. Music has merged the two to explore a new world where that feeling of comfort can expand into emotion and a pursuance of passion.